All right, Chaz, what are we doing? You got this weird corner angle thing going on. You got a bunch of parts sitting behind you haven't touched in forever. So what are you trying to tell us? I'm sure that's what you're thinking. And you're not wrong. So if you want to try and find out what I'm thinking, you got to stick around and watch this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop. So if you're Scotty, you're hoping that we're finally about to get to work on this thing. And we're gonna, just not on this episode, all right? We got plans, guys, and trust me, okay? On this episode, we're messing with this guy right here. My 1965 C10. I've had it for, I think 12 years-ish, something like that, maybe a little longer. Definitely a little longer. Anyways, there's a whole story, guys. It was my daily driver, and I absolutely loved it. And then somebody in a freaking Honda Odyssey.
What the? No.
Just get in the car.
This isn't a car. This is a Honda fucking Odyssey.
All right? On the cell phone, drove into the side of the city. This is after Andrew told me I was good. He said I was clear. But that's, you know what? We digress, all right? The whole right side is not good. That's why it's purposely parked the way it is, so I don't have to see this thing constantly beat up. About a year ago, maybe a little bit longer, because last year, guys, you know, I was gone. I was all jacked up for things. Things happened. And again, we're going to digress. But we had someone come take a look at it, give us some good news, give us a list of parts to buy. And we finally bought all those parts. As luck would have it, that guy is mainly doing insurance work now. He doesn't really want to take on this, and I get it. Yo, you got to put food on the table. I'm not upset with the man. He sent me in the right direction, and he also put us in touch with somebody else. Somebody old Wade is going to be taking a little advantage of as well, but that's on another episode. So, what we're going to do, he's actually coming here in about 45 minutes to come check this thing out, assess the damage for himself, make sure I do have all the right parts, and see if we can move forward. So, I'm going to put the camera down, and we're going to time-lapse this, because I gotta probably move faster than time-lapse to make this happen before the guy gets here. So, wish me luck, guys. That actually went easier than I thought. About 20 minutes, so I got about 20-something minutes to spare. Which is good. I'll probably need that much to catch my breath. As Jay would say, this thing ain't made out of beer cans, you know what I'm saying? So she's been sitting back there for a year, and a couple years before that. I'm sure you guys have seen her in the background the whole time. She's only moved once, I think, in the last 6 or 7 years. So that's saying something now. This side, she looks good. She's got a little rust in the rocker there, which happened out here, guys. This is a 50,000 mile, I think 52,000. I'm actually the second owner. There's a farmer that bought it brand new, 1965, and never left the farm. I bought it in 2012, I think. No, I bought it February of 2013 from a shop that bought it from the farmer. They did the interior. It was an interior shop. They did the interior, cleaned it up, and just tried to flip it, and that's where I came into the whole mix. I'm sure they did pretty well, but I think I did pretty well too, seeing how a year or two later these things took off in price, and I mean it was nuts. It had a 350 in it when I got it. It had a blue block 350, like, you know, when Chevy was embarrassed of the 350, they tried to make it look like it was a Ford or something. I don't know what they were doing. That lasted a couple months. It caught fire once, the motor, well, the alternator started fire. I redid all the wiring just under the hood. Not a lot to this thing. Luckily for me, you guys see the trend with this wiring thing? And then a week later, exact same spot, motor locked up. Same tow truck driver coming at me too. It's kind of funny. But I then bought this motor off of Craigslist when that was like the go-to spot, right? Which is also where the kids found the truck, by the way. I paid $250 for it. Regasketed it. It ran great, but there were some issues. We had it rebuilt. That's what's in it now. Mild rebuild. It's a 355. Some roller stuff in it, some head work. Nothing crazy. I wanted a daily driver that gets up and goes a little bit, sounds good, looks good, and we freaking nailed it. The front part there was somebody in a Nissan Altima, didn't know what the hell they were doing. And a few months later, the Honda Odyssey idiot showed up. So she sat right afterwards. I was like, I'm going to rebuild it. We're going to talk about this on next week's Tuesday Morning Tech Tip, by the way. Make sure you got the right insurance. I did not, so wasn't my fault, and I'm paying for all this out of my pocket. Speaking of all this, I'll show you the other side. I've done this before, but, you know, refresh your memory. Refresh my memory because, well, you know. Guys, I picked this truck because I think it's like, I wanted something old, but I wanted something with newer things. When I say newer things, I'm not talking about anything electronic. I'm talking about, I wanted a good sized cab that you could fit 3 people in, which we've done many times. Now, granted, you don't want 3 guys my size in there, but, you know, I'm not going to say what you can fit in there because it's just going to sound great. But I wanted a 4-speed. Got it. I wanted something original because most of the ones out in California, guys, they moved the gas tank behind the bed, like they shot it. It was always terrible. This guy is rocking the original. Oh yeah, you can't move it all the way up because you know, things have happened over there. But original gas tank, gas gauge still works. Well, this did last time I started this thing. As you see, other than that little rip there that I'm pretty sure I caused, new carpet, you know, the seats beautiful, headline, everything here is really nice. When they painted this thing, apparently, I don't know why, when they shot the gaps, they did the doors. They didn't do anything else, which I'm kind of glad of. I like that color. We're kind of we're thinking about things, guys. All right. I want a small back window for privacy, you know. I wanted something. God, you see how the thing shuts? Come on, right? I wanted something with heat and defrost that work well. The ones before this, not so much. I want electric wipers, not vacuum. I want a V8. That wasn't a deal breaker because you can always swap it. I didn't want what's going on over here. So you can see where the impact was. Right in this region here. I don't know, to the trained eye, you might not be able to see it. But that's what happened. And yeah. So the bedside is trash. The door is obviously trash. This fender got jacked up. I spun around and actually took out a stop sign. That's where that happened. That's where that stop sign came from. The kid was in the truck, thank God. I was driving this thing, because if I was driving, new or something, he'd have felt it. And luckily he didn't. So definitely thank God for that one. But obviously the cab, the rocker, it actually bowed the floor up. You see the seats actually pushed forward here. So the guy that came with that before said they repopped this, and this wasn't that bad. It might have been like $1,500, I think. Something like that, $1,200, $1,500, I don't know. There's the whole back part of the truck. That's the legit custom-made gas tank, because I do want to move it under the bed. But I'm going to do it the right way, not with a freaking boat tank or a cell or whatever everybody else was using at the time out in California. Anyways, what do we got here? I got parts. Scotty, I'm not going to put on the wood. You see, you guys notice I protected this, all right, guys? You know what I'm saying? I can't mess Scotty's stuff up. These are, I don't know, CJ Pony parts. That's what it says. It's upside down, but you get it. This is the rear cab floor supports and front cab floor supports. We had new bedsides. Me and Megan drove down to North Carolina. Found these things $400. And it was an awesome drive down a beautiful country down there. So, the one he started doing all the body work on. This one still got the farm stuff on it, as you can see. But not too worried about that. Especially since, guess what, guys? The right side is the one that's done. And this is a different truck. What am I trying to show? Let me move some things around over here. Well, I'm getting dizzy, guys. Here's a door, rust-free. Did some body work on it. I bought that, and it wasn't bad, $100 or something. Does that have a window in it? I don't remember. It does. Which is dope, because mine broke. And here we got rockers and the floorboard. It's underneath Scotty's stuff, so like here, but not that. I gotta pull that out so I can show them everything we got. She's still tagged. Don't let that sticker fool you. I get a new one every couple of years, and don't put it on because, well, I didn't want to go through the whole hassle of redoing everything for that, so I just put storage crap on it, so it ain't bad with the historic tags. But that's a quick down and dirty. I'm gonna grab these parts out so he can see everything I got, and he should be here in about 12 minutes. See how it goes. So, good news, guys. Joe just left here. Man, I know a lot of guys named Joe. Good dude. Old Wade, already spoke to him before, and he comes highly recommended from some guys I know around here. Only lives about 10 minutes away, and we struck a deal. He looked at the truck, and from what he can tell, it is super solid, which we kind of knew because of its history and how long we've owned it and all that kind of stuff. So he was very excited to see that because, guys, around here, this is how trucks tend to look. Quite a bit of rust, you can see, which means there's quite a bit you don't, right? So looking at something, 50,000 mile California truck, he was real happy. Looked at everything, thinks we have everything we need. We may need the front panel for the bed, and that's about it. So we're gonna do it. He's gonna do the truck. He's not going like full. Basically, he's gonna repair the stuff on the other side, line everything up, do all that kind of stuff, and get it back to us ready for bodywork and paint. Which, guys, I'm thinking about a color change. I know the gray ghost may not be gray. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm super stoked. This thing has been sitting for so long. When I spoke to Howard before, when he came and assessed everything, we knew it was kind of far out still. But I'm about to leave to go out of town. A couple days, I got to go up to Jersey again. Probably spend about a month up there. When I come back, she's going over there. I'm going to drive her over, guys. So I don't know what order this is all going to go in. You may know the secret that I haven't told you about yet. You probably will. I'll probably go take care of that. Either way, he's got 2 trucks in the shop, 1 coming in, and he'll have all those out, and then this guy's going in next. This is going to take a little, he's a smaller job. It's a floor pan job. He said he's got a cab corner job. Obviously, this is a little bit bigger, but he ain't dealing with rust, so he's a fan of that. And I got to get some work done, guys, because, like I said, I'm going out of town in a couple of days. I'll be back by the time this airs because we're ahead on videos. Well, because I knew I was going out of town. Maybe I should go out of town more often. I figured this out, guys, because either we had this one thing when I had this hard body, I went out of town. Meg and Andrew did work. And then I tend to actually work a little harder when I know I do better with a deadline, guys. But, well, I think the tailgate tour and the power tour would disagree with that. Maybe I should just shut up and talk about this truck. Let's do that. What I got to do, I'm going to clean the bed out of it because it's kind of become a catch-all over that. Every time you build a truck, guys, it never fails. So clean that out. I'm going to put the parts for the truck in there. And, well, I'm going to drive it over there. That's the plan. Where's that? There it is. You guys see that? You guys, you can't see it. Where am I going? Here we go. Yeah. I don't think I'm driving that over there with a carburetor on. If you guys remember when we had that Oldsmobile, like 100 years ago, that had carb issues, I tried pulling the quarter junk off of this, putting it on that, so that would run better. It just didn't work because it didn't fit, because that had the electronic quarter junk. It was a whole thing. Either way, I pulled the carb off of this. So we're going to put that back on, get this thing running again. It hasn't run in about, I don't know, when did we have that thing? Probably longer ago than we thought. So this way, when I do get back from Jersey, I can just fire it up, shoot over there, and he can get to work. All right, guys, not a whole lot to this, right? It's pretty simple stuff here. We're going to go ahead and put the carburetor on the truck. So normally, yes, I would clean this all up and all that. But to be honest with you, I got an Edelbrock carb sitting over there that I'm eventually going to put on this guy. But it's set up for this one. This one runs and drives with it, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we bagged and tagged, guys. Bag and tag your hardware. I'm telling you what, because here's everything we need right here, ready to go. To include the sticker, guys. This is kind of upsetting. If you take a look here, yeah, this is how many registrations we haven't used yet. God, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? You know. Anyways, looking over here, I had, this was covered. Apparently there was some mice or something. So old George, a neighborhood cat that we all feed, he ain't doing his job because you can see they ate up all the little blue rags I had in here. So a little bit might have gotten down in there. I'll clean that out. I don't know when that started. Hopefully it's done. And so yeah, should be pretty simple. We're using gaskets and all that because we're not too concerned. We just need her to go. Here is my concern, guys. It doesn't smell real good inside the truck right now, I'll tell you that. And yeah, it's pretty varnished. I was just looking at the last valid insurance card on this truck, guys. Well, last one that I drove it with. Which is this guy right here. I filled it up, and right around that time, still got half a tank of that in it. It was 93. It's 9 years ago, guys. I'm replacing the carb, so I'm going to go ahead and still try and get this going off of that because, well, because there's a small block with a quadra junk, so it's just going to go. At least that's what we're hoping. All right, guys, she's all back together, and I cranked it real quick to make sure it was everything was good. It's good to go. I know there's probably some people screaming at the screen like, dude, really? How old is that gas? I know. I can smell it. You can smell it.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
But anyways, we're gonna push forward. All right, so you're gonna see this oil pressure gauge here. We'll give her a little cranky crank. Oil pressure, good to go. So, not bad, actually. No, it's not that long. All right. Want to make sure that's good. We're going to check the oil too. We probably said that before we cranked it. I knew it was good though. So, let's go ahead and do that. And I need two hands for a second. All right. Okay, it might be right at the end. Look how clean that is, guys. So I always run the Brad Penn, the green oil. It's like a synthetic. It's got a lot of zinc in it because we got a flat tapper cam in this thing. As we recently learned, oh, she needs a little bit of oil. I should have checked it earlier. A lot of problems with flat tapper cams now. Luckily, 15 years ago there wasn't, and we've been good to go. But we're gonna go ahead and see if we get this thing to fire up, and go from there. I'll put some oil. All right, yo, oil's topped off. I got about 5 minutes before I gotta get ready, so hopefully we got 5 minutes and make her go. Told you. God damn, I love this truck. right, so obviously she'll go. This motor's tuned in. This thing is, man, I love this thing. But will she stop, guys? Will she stop? Huh. Kind of what I was afraid of. Well, I guess I'll stop doing that and quit putting air in the system. See if it's got any fluid. Man, she ain't ticked like that in a while. It's cooling down a little bit. We didn't get hot. I was going to get warm, but dry as a bone. You know what we're going to do is we're going to leave that like that. And I'm going to tell you why. Well, guys, it's 1:04. I said I was going to call it at 1 because we got a ride today. I got to be at the VFW in like an hour and a half, and I'm a dirty, sweaty mess. I had to go hose off and jump on a bike, shoot over there, and when I get back, I'll empty all this stuff out of the bed. There will no longer be it will be a parts bin, but it'll be a parts bin for its own parts. And I think that's fine. I think that's actually allowed. We got it running. We'll see if we can leave the brakes and get it to stop. And we do have a parking brake, worst case comes to it, because it's only about 5 minutes away. Super sketch, right? Old Chaz is coming back. I miss that guy sometimes. He used to get some stuff done. And we got to bring him back. But I'll be back. It'll be about like a second or two for you guys. Probably about 3 or 4 hours for me. See you guys then. Okay, who really thought it was going to be like 3 or 4 hours? It's the next day, all right? The weather's changed a little bit. I left the truck outside while I went on that ride, and the pollen just got it, guys. Look at this. I mean, I don't remember this from like I was a kid in New York, but I mean, man, that's like a whole little thing. Anyways, we're not even here to talk about this guy, all right? Because we got these brakes going. I'm going to dump some fluid in it, pump it through, bleed it a little bit. If it needs it, I'll be honest. If it don't need it, I ain't going to bleed it. Because if it ain't broke, right? That's Pugliese Speed Shop motto. And sometimes, even if it is broke, who cares? Relax, little fella. Relax. We got we may want to clean that out first. It just keeps coming. It's gonna be fine. Clean it right up. All right, let me show you what we're working with. We cleaned this out, topped it off-ish, and we're hoping that gravity would do its job. It's exactly where I left it about, I don't know, a couple hours ago. And let me show you what we're working with in here. See the old metal pedal there? Yeah. We got a bunch of nothing. Bottoming out. So I've come to the expert conclusion that we need a master cylinder. And they're like $40. It's not a huge deal at all. But I've also come to the conclusion that all that stuff I scraped out of there is probably the seal on the rod. And that's why it's not even moving fluid, guys. It's not even trying. So it's just sitting there in the bowl. So we'll suck that back out of there and Wait for the new one to come in. In the meantime, we're going to get Scott's stuff out of the bed, get our stuff that's over in that region over there somewhere, in the bed, move her back, and wait. Yo, we got a ton of stuff done in this video. First, we got this guy back together and running. It's been like 2 years, right? Now we got to protect it with some Harley parts because that's what you do, right? We do not have her stopping. So that kind of sucks, but Master Cylinder's on order. Should be here in a couple of days. I won't be because I'm actually about to shoot out of town. I'll be back by the time you guys see this video because I'm that far ahead, guys. We've been killing it, man. I'll tell you what. But, yeah, I go to Jersey. So if the next time you see me, if I look a little bigger, they got some good grub up there, you know? So that's how that happens. But, and do not worry, okay? Because let's just say that all Master Cylinder production ceases throughout the world. We're still getting this guy over there. Because if you don't think I'll drive it over there with the parking brake, well, just ask my mother and my brother about this van we used to have. And my father said, just drive it down there at night when there's nobody else on the road, you'll be fine. And I never hit nothing. So he must have been right. And I may be a little rusty, but I'm sure we'll pick it right back up, all right? Obviously, everything flawlessly fit in the bed, except for those bed sides right there. But probably just bring those over to the Tundra because, well, somebody's got to follow me, first off. And you guys probably can figure this out, but those bed sides right there are the exact same size as these bed sides. So they probably won't fit in. You get it, right? Guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am to move forward on this project. It's been a long time coming. So far, I mean, I've told you, but I don't want to tell you, you know? Yeah, this thing was my daily driver for years. So I'm happy to say that's how I learned. If you want to have the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work. We got a ton of work in this thing, a ton of work still to come. Guys, she was the coolest thing in every parking lot she was in. Until that damn Honda Odyssey.
Throttle response sucks a cock. Dated infotainment system. When Honda saw that untreated chlamydia was making a comeback, they invented the Honda Odyssey to compete.
Just watching, guys.